We do it, too, by trying to persuade our spouses to be vacation in the Bahamas, persuade a sales clerk to refund our money, convince our boss that a certain proposal is better. People who can speak persuasively have a great deal of influence. The ability to get others to understand, accept, and act upon your ideas is a skill you can use every day at home, work, or in the community. It is also the characteristic of a good leader. Throughout history, people have rallied around those who can speak persuasively. Today's speaker is Joy Faust. She's our club president. She's filling in for Carl Grieve, who bailed at the last minute, so we don't boo him if he arrives. But he got called into a NERC-SIP mock audit. So we appreciate Joy for putting together what we call a stoplight speech. She wrote it at a stoplight on her way to the meeting. But let's all welcome her. She's going to try and give project number 9, essentially, kind of repeat it. She already has her competent communication with Toastmasters, but she's going to try and use these requirements here in the Persuade with Power speech for those looking ahead to speech number 9. So please welcome Joy Faust.
Thank you, Jeff. Do you ever just want to scream? Really, just belt it out and just scream! Today, that's what we're going to do. In a different sense than just screaming. This idea of scream comes from the 1995 world champion of speaking, Mark Brown, who just so happened to speak to us at the spring conference at Boyne this past spring. SCREAM is an acronym, we love acronyms, that stands for service, commitment, responsibility.
Education.
Education. Attitude. And finally, motivation.
That was a test for sure.
It was a test. See if you all were already thinking about what we're going to do today. Starting with our first, service. So Dr. John Grann, he is the author of Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. While he was developing these theories about communication, he told this story about a man who had jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge and committed suicide. Took the police forever to find this guy, and finally, when they went to his home, they found a note, and the note said, "I'm going to walk the 4 blocks to the Golden Gate Bridge, and if anyone shows me any sign of kindness, even a smile, I'm not going to jump." There are simple things in life that we can do that can provide service to others. How many times do we walk down the street or walk past each other in the hallways and we just walk on by without saying hi? It happens all the time. If you're in New York, there's like millions of people there. How many of them are walking next to the person next to them and actually acknowledge that they have existence? What does that do to us when we're walking around and someone actually does say hi and they give us a nice bright smile? Generally, we have that same reciprocal action, and we also respond back with a nice smile and acknowledge, yes, I see you. What are some other simple things that we can do to provide service to others? What about saying compliments to somebody and actually meaning it? Wow, Bentley, your hair is so vibrant and full. And I do mean that because it is, and it's beautifully shining. Oh my gosh, see, this compliment is getting strange, but I should practice that. No, your hair looks gorgeous today. I mean it. There's another thing we can do. This one came from Margot Jacobs, who also was a speaker at the spring conference, and she said, "Don't be yourself, be nicer." And I love that one, and I thought, That was great. She goes around and she visits clients and she bakes cookies for all of our clients. So she'll have a stack of cookies in her car. And everywhere she goes, she brings cookies to people. And that's a service. So for us, let's smile, 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 because it just might be our smile that prevents someone from jumping off his or her bridge. Let's talk about commitment. The idea of commitment first really dawned on me when I was a sophomore in high school. I was on the varsity girls basketball team, and it was our goal to be the best team in the state. We did not nebulize our goal. We were very distinct. So, how did we get there? Well, there was 30 of us, and we were all amazing athletes, and we started training in May. And every single day, from May to September, Monday through Friday and Sunday, we would run, lift weights, do calisthenics, do drills, then we would scrimmage, and we had two-a-days. Every day was a two-a-day, except Sunday was only a scrimmage, so we had the morning off and Saturday off. We did this collectively because all of us had committed to something, and the goal was to be state champions. We did well as a team, and we in fact went on to districts, and we were amazing, and it was a wonderful experience, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. When everyone commits to this collective goal and you give it your all, and the coach will say, "Can I count on you? Can I count on you to get out there and make that basket, get that rebound, box out?" And you say, and you have the confidence, "Yes, I can do that for you, coach. I got it." That's commitment. Have you all ever dreamed of something that was absolutely ridiculous? Ridiculous dreams. Want to be a millionaire? It might be ridiculous, but is it possible? Bentley's coworker is probably a millionaire, and he'll sit there and tell you all day long of how you can take those simple steps, commit yourself to getting those goals and becoming a millionaire. It's not so ridiculous. There is a way, there's a path. The idea with commitment is once we all do finally commit to something, we will all soon see that those around us are eager to commit as well and support us. Let's move on to responsibility. The idea is people who feel responsible act accordingly, right? So I'm also the activities director at the Leslie Congregational Church. And we have a lot of young people, like 4th grade and under. And most of them are young girls. They look up to Bethany and I with wide eyes, and everything we say they just absorb. And it really makes you think that they're hanging on every word that we say, every action that we take. So that's a form of responsibility to be a good character, to show them what it is to be a good person, and in the Christian sense, and a Christian person in everyday life. As Toastmasters, we all have the responsibility to each other, for our education, for our great evaluations, for our support. We're responsible to making sure that we develop, we learn something every time we come, and we continue to grow. Now we move to education. And the idea for us is to educate beyond academics. We have master's degrees, we have bachelor degrees, we have certifications, but those are wonderful. Now it's time to move beyond the academics. If we look at the example in Rocky 3, so we have Rocky Balboa. He's enjoying the life of being the world champion. Then he's challenged by the arrogant Clubber Lang. Clubber wants to prove that he is the best boxer. Well, no one believes in Rocky anymore except for good old Apollo Creed.